Hello everybody, welcome back to Bull's Gap, and it's a Wednesday night without a live stream. That is a rarity. I've done live streams on Bull's Gap and a couple of other maps, I know that, over the last 6 months without a single break. I haven't missed a single week. But for this one, there is a rather special football match going on, which my country are involved in tonight, so I thought I'd replace it with a video just for once, just for a little bit of a change. So, here we are, back on Bull's Gap, back on the survival series. We are still loading some of our silage into the BGA, but we are going to get this finished. We've got some baling to do in our new field, and then I want to plough the edge of that new field and get it prepped for whatever we're going to plant in it next. I think we're going to go straight back for grass, actually. We're going to grass every single one of these fields in the next season. And then we're going to bale a lot as well. We're not going to use a silage clamp next time. We're going to buy a bale wrapper. And we're going to see how much money we can make that way. If you remember in the last episode as well, we had our new truck arrive, which is hopefully going to speed up the way we deliver our whiskey to the sell point. It can carry twice as much as the old Massey and trailer, and at about 10 times the speed. So from that perspective, I think that was a worthwhile investment. It did cost us quite a lot of money, but we have got $109,000 in the bank now. So money's becoming less of an issue, but I do want to be shrewd. I mean, the whole aim with this series when I started it was to try and make £1 million, $1 million. I think that's obviously very achievable now, but I want to make it in the not too distant future, I think. Equipment wise, do we need to invest in bigger equipment, better equipment? Not really. I think we've got enough to keep us going, but in the interim, we're going to be shrewd. I don't need Steigers or X9s, so we will keep going with the stuff we've got. Now, I'm just going to turn this back on. I forgot that it turns itself off when you log out of the game and log back in, so it wasn't filling there, but there we go. It's filling up again now. How much have we got left in here? We have got 64,000, 63,000. So a few more trailer loads in here, so we'll get these done, and then we will come back and we will fire up the baler and get that prepped. In fact, while we're waiting for that trailer to fill, let's go and get the seeder, and we can run up to the top field and get another field on the go. We might as well take advantage of the fact we can get multiple machines on the go. Now, I had a comment this week, and it's an interesting one, who claimed actually it's not a survival series because I'm using workers. Now, as far as I'm concerned, a survival series is all about can you survive on lack of money. It's not about not getting help, and everybody works to their own rules. So as far as I'm concerned, I pay for the privilege of having Corsair workers helping me. So as far as I'm concerned, it's fair game. They cost me money, just like everything else. If I can afford them now, I will use them to expedite speed, but it's absolutely not cheating in my eyes. And actually, at the end of the day, there's no set rules to a survival series. I think everybody does their own variant on them. I know certainly daggerwins are slightly different to mine, and everybody has their own set of rules, and that's what's brilliant about it. So, again, it always makes me laugh when people decide to tell me how to play the game, and other people how to play the game, as opposed to playing it themselves and just getting on with it and enjoying it. So, there we go. Hope that's cleared that up. Okay, let's get this planting in the field. Okay, seeders are going. We're back here, and we'll just rotate between the two of these over the next few minutes. So we'll pop it on a little time lapse.
Went for a walk with the stars last night. Did not believe that I would end up right. Lucky endings were not something for me. I drove around all across the land, thought
final 5,000 litres of silage going into the trailer here, and then we are done. It's going to be interesting to see how much we make out of this, because we made a good amount of money yesterday as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see what we make on top of that today. We do also have quite a lot of whiskey to sell, which we'll do today as well. So yeah, no, I think we're in the process of making some pretty good money now. We'll also go and do some honey. I'm undecided as to how much money the honey makes actually at the moment. I haven't really checked, but we'll keep checking that. And obviously that's another little income as well. But there we go, 11,000 litres. We have done a lot of trailer loads of silage into here. Now, the reason I'm going to do bales and wrap next time is just speed, really. I think there's a lot more process goes into silage. Using a clamp and picking up with a mower and things like that, or with a forage harvester instead of a mower. So we'll give it, do you know what, just for variety, we'll give it another go at trying it in a different way and seeing what happens. So we'll do that. We've got obviously the grass from the new field that we've cut, so we'll use that as a test, but obviously we're going to plant grass in every single one of these fields this time, which is something we've never done before, and that will bring us quite a big harvest as well, I expect. Especially if all the fields are 100% fertilised, we should get a good grass crop out of them. So let me just tuck this into the corner here, out of the way. We'll come back and get it as and when we need it. There we go. And I think we'll hook the I was going to say we'll hook the plough up to this. We're not going to do that actually. I want to use the John Deere for the baler, because that is a more powerful tractor, but we could use the white for bale wrapping. So we don't have a wrapper at the moment. We'll go and get one shortly, but I think what we'll do now, we'll just jump over and sort some of the honey stuff out. Okay, here we are in our honey production facility. We are going to go into our honey extractor, and we're going to take out the old pallets. It is quite a how should I say, manual process this, but it's quite nice to have something different going on. And then we can jump into here. In fact, what we'll do, I'm sure it's very unorthodox, but we'll tip these out onto the floor, and then we can hopefully add them in one by one. There's one, there's two, there's three, there's four, and we've got a pile of other ones waiting here. I'll just move them out of the way so they don't interfere with the spawn point for the empty ones. Same with this pallet. I'll just move it over to the other side here. Now, what we don't have are jars. We're going to have to go and get some jars now from the shop, so we'll go and get those while that's processing. And by the time we get back, it should be ready. At the same time as well, I think we'll pick up 3 more wooden pallets for the fruit trees. And you can take some of that fruit off the trees as well and get some of that sold. So, like I said, our sell point is the little farm shop up here. We've dropped some off already, and it has been selling in the background. But I don't know actually how much it makes yet. I'll have to check that out. But there's the shop. There's still some honey in there. You can see it on the top. Okay, let's get to the shop. Let's get some supplies, and then we'll head back. Okay, we've bought all our stuff, or certainly some of it. Now I've got to pile it all up because I want to keep this stuff kind of together. So we'll see when this is all ready. It's going to take a bit of time to get this sorted. There you go, last one on. You'll have to excuse the stacking, but it's quite hard by hand. But what we do have here now is the ability to strap it up, so that's good. There you go. Even though my packing skills are maybe a little questionable, there we go, and hopefully this one will fit on at the back. Oh no, I can pick it up. There we go. I think I was just holding the jars rather than the actual pallet. Okay, there isn't enough space at the back to fit it on, so we are going to have to go a little bit rogue here and see if we can just balance it up there. That's not bad. Well, it does make us a little bit top heavy for the journey home, but I'm sure we'll cope. Right, let's get these back to the hives and get some work done. Okay, here we are back at the facility. I'm just going to drop off the jars first, and then we will go and take the 3 wooden pallets over to the trees that don't have them yet. So we'll drop those on the floor here, take these straps off. Now if I drop a couple of these on here, there they go, they load themselves in. I think it takes 2. I'm not sure if it takes more than 2. We'll do just a quick check, see if we can stack. Nope. We have to do them 2 at a time. I believe we should have some honey ready now. Yep, there we go. Let's fill a bucket of honey. Drop it into there. I think fill another bucket up. Okay, that's empty now. 4 empty honeycombs in there. 2 buckets. It's processing. Everything's looking good. Right. Let's just reverse up and get these under the trees. And then that's all done for a bit. We can leave it running. There you go. You can see the box filling up as the cherries appear in it, so that's great. Let's check the other ones that have been sitting here a while as well. They're about half full as well. Some pears. 3 pear trees. And 3 cherry trees down at the bottom. Okay. Let's swap these over so that we've got some more working in there, and then we will go back to some baling. Okay, our little production experiment is going quite well. Just reverse the truck in here. Dare I say, it's a hive of activity. I need to turn the truck off because that reverse light's nonsense. Okay, there we go. Yes. It is a hive of activity. But I see there that the John Deere has finished planting in the top field, so we will go and get him, and we will drop him on the baler for a bit. Well, that felt like quite an efficient little process there, getting that field done. It's quite a big field, this. I always forget how big this field is. We are going to be mowing some serious amounts of grass with this. I'm looking forward to this. What we are going to do, I think we'll do the 20,000 litre bales again. So we're going for quality rather than quantity. In terms of, it's going to take less time to pick them up. There's more value in them because they're obviously larger. But ultimately, it's the same amount of grass you're taking off the field. We're just making the process a little bit more efficient, aren't we? So actually, we're going to need this relatively soon again. So I'm just going to park it under the trees, rather than tuck it back in the shed. It does need a refill, I accept that. But the seed bags are just there. So we'll drop him off here. And we'll drop the front hopper off as well. And we'll come back and get those in a little while. But we'll grab the baler and we'll get that first field baled. Again, I was surprised actually about how much grass we got out of that actually. Because it's not the rich, lush grass that you would get if you planted a field. It's just the kind of, I guess, kind of grass like this at the side of the roads. But it looks like it's quite a good crop there. So let's get it baled and let's see what it gives us. Actually, at the same time, I'm going to send the white to the shop and get us a bale wrapper. Because I think between us we could get quite a good job done here. There he goes, on his merry way, and we'll get the baling started. Okay, baler unfolded. Let's get into position. This shouldn't take too long at all, hopefully. Baler's repaired. Everything should be running smoothly, so let's give it a go. So we'll drop this on a time-lapse. Bit of a difficult one to do nice cinematics on, because I'm weaving all over the field trying to pick stuff up. So we'll just put it on a little time lapse and take it from there. So we'll be back very soon. Okay, we've just jumped to the shop now because we're going to pick up the wrapper that we want now. With baling, there aren't really that many options when it comes to the bigger wrappers, so I am just going to pick up, and I'm not sure if I've got it in here or not, the Cavernaland one, because it gives you the option for different coloured wraps, which is quite nice. I'm going to go for a pink. To match my socks in iRacing, for those of you who noticed the other day. That looks pretty cool. 54,000, it's quite expensive, but I think it will more than pay for itself pretty quickly. So what we'll do, we will jump in the tractor here, we will run this back to the farm, and at the same time we'll head up to the distillery as we're up here, and we will just check and see if those other whiskey pallets are ready to go. And then they can be sold as well. So we'll recoup that money, I think, pretty much straight away. So we'll send him home, and we'll just head over to the distillery. So here we are at the distillery. If you remember, there's our new truck. Already got 6 pallets on it, and I am delighted to say we have another nearly 4 ready. Now we can take another 2 only here, so we'll pick the 2 up that we need, and we'll go and sell those. Like I said, we've got way more barley than we need at the moment, so corn is what we're requiring next, hence the reason we planted corn in the top field. So that should help us top this up next time we come around, but I'll grab these 2 pallets at the end here, and we will go and sell this. I will check the price actually before we sell it, but it was going up the other day, and it was up near 2,000, so hopefully that means we can make some good money out of it. So classic FSG in action there. You would have noticed that I was already 100% full, so it only takes 6 pallets, but I was trying to load additional pallets in there, and actually interestingly it does pick them up, which is slightly confusing. See if I can demo it for you. It does pick them up. There you go, look, I've picked one up there, but it doesn't change the size, so I'm slightly concerned that that would stop me from maybe getting the max out of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave these here. In fact, look, there you go, I've picked all 3 of them up now. But I'm going to drop them off. It's showing me 3 out of 16 pallets there. But actually, if I unload this, there we go, if I unload this, it kicks those 3 out. We're going to run these down to the yard. Oh, interestingly, it did say 24,000 litres. It's now saying 20,000 litres. So something odd is going on, and the as you can see, the straps don't work either. It's not a pleasant load. Now, interestingly, look, it's stacked them. There's a bit of a. It's only showing 2 of 6. Now, I'm confused as to what's happening here. Do you know what I'm going to do though? I'll run this down in the most kind of bizarre way possible. We'll sell these and see how much we make. So if we know we've got 4,000 litres per crate, and if we jump into here and have a look at our prices, we are rocking nearly $2,000 per crate. So we're looking at $8,000 per crate. But with that in mind, we're looking at, I don't know, about 48, or less than, around about $45,000-ish. I mean, I'm doing very rough maths here, but we know if it's around about that ballpark, that's about right. So it's switched from 24,000 litres of whiskey down to 20,000 litres of whiskey, now down to 2 crates. So I'm kind of hoping that's a visual glitch, and we're not going to get done out of money here, but we'll find out now. And to be honest, if it doesn't work, we can, I think, adjust the money manually. There we go. 1. So that was 8,000. I have to do some moving around of stuff to make it work, I think. Remember we had this problem at the start? It took a while for it to register that it was being sold. Well, I think we're in the same boat here. Interestingly, some of the options for the auto load menus aren't showing as well, which is not helpful. There we go. Something's registered anyway. A little bit anyway. There we go. Got to get it right in the right point there for it to sell. But that looked pretty good. Looks like we're getting our money's worth anyway. It's a bit haphazard, but it's working. Having to rocking backwards and forwards a little bit. Come on. Let's get the rest of it sold. But there we go. Another 32,000 from those 4 crates. So good money. Well worth doing, even if it is a little bit annoying with that trailer. Right, here we are. Back in the white. We're going to run this up to the field, and then we'll jump back in the John Deere and just finish off the baling we were working on. So we're making good progress here, I think. Things are looking good. Not many bales off this field, but like I said, at the size of them, you don't expect too many. But the reality is they are worth quite a lot of money. So there's 40,000 litres of straw sitting already, and another one just to come out there, so that's 60,000 litres. That's not a bad return from one small field of not, like I said, the best grass out there. So positive from that perspective. What we might get off the other fields. So let's finish these bales, and then we'll start wrapping them at the start of the next episode. So I'm going to leave it here. That was kind of a little bit of a busy episode, wasn't it? There's a lot going on there. But the money's rolling in. A few problems with our auto-load trailers, and the honey is definitely a very manual process as well, but it's quite good fun to do something different. But yeah, things are looking up for the farm, definitely. I think we're in a position where we're really starting to make some money and establish this in a really good fashion. So I will leave it there. Don't forget, if you're pre-ordering FS22, make sure you use the code FarmSimGuy, and if you do, provide me with your proof of purchase through Discord, and I will enter you into a prize draw to win a set of Razer headphones. So from me for now, thanks very, very much for watching. It's nice to be doing another Bulls Gap video, actually. I know a few of you requested a few more video episodes rather than live streams, so there you go, you've had 2 in a row now. But thank you very, very much for watching. It's always a pleasure, and I will see you all again very soon. Bye for now.